So I'm listening to Mel Robbins' Let Them Theory, and let me tell you, really a profound book, because very often I ask myself, should I let the patients who are consulting with us to persist in some of their ideas that somehow, even with accelerated damage to the heart arteries, they could actually go ahead and avoid being treated with medications? Is that something that I should let them do? Or do I really need to try harder to convince them, to make them understand that when the fire is burning in the coronary arteries, you're not really stopping to discuss the climate change? Because, this happens all the time. I have patients who come through, and for one reason or the other, when we start putting all of the information together, especially with the HeartWell AI, we're able to actually forecast their risk so much more precisely. Just recently, I saw a patient, he's a 60-year-old man, and his lipid numbers looked okay, not too bad, not egregious, not outrageous, but his calcium score was elevated and he had some soft plaque, and his carotid arteries, and they were done very recently, actually showed that while his chronological age is 60, his vascular age is 80, right? So he's aging 20 plus years ahead of time for his vascular age. So what happens with that is that his projected risk of heart events, things such as non-fatal heart attack or stroke or cardiac death, we call this major adverse cardiac events, or MACE, actually quadrupled from what the baseline was to what it most likely is if we factor in the vascular age. And we do the simulation modeling with HeartWell AI, and I was really trying to impress upon this individual that at this juncture, looking at the possibility that a chance of these bad events, MI, stroke, cardiac death, in the next 10 years exceeds 50%, which is a super high risk, we're not really at the juncture where we can avoid medical management, because we are in that situation of a very aggressive vascular fire, and we don't really have the time right now to reset all the terrain and to address all of the root causes. We need to deal with the situation at hand. So it helped me to focus on what Mel Robbins says, let them, because I have no choice but to let them. We have patient autonomy. But I'm curious about your thoughts. Do you think I should let them? And if not, what should I do?